I found out that my wife only feeds my daughter once a day to discipline her. So, I called my lawyer. I have been married to Lena for 3 years. I have a 10-year-old daughter, Mia, from my previous marriage. My ex-wife passed away when Mia was 6, so it's just been the two of us for a long time. When I met Lena, she seemed kind and supportive, and she said she wanted to be a mother figure to Mia. But after we got married, things changed. At first, it was small things. Lena would make comments about Mia's eating habits, saying things like, "Are you sure you need seconds?" or "You'll get chubby if you snack too much." I brushed it off, thinking Lena just cared about nutrition. Then she started throwing out Mia's favorite belongings, claiming she was too old for toys. When Mia made a drawing of our family, including her late mom, Lena ripped it up and said, "You need to stop living in the past. I'm your mom now." I yelled at Lena for that, but she brushed it off as a joke. Over time, Mia became quieter. She would hide in her room, avoid Lena, and cling to me whenever I was home. She even started sneaking extra snacks at night, saying she was really hungry. I thought it was just a growth spurt. About 2 weeks ago, I had to travel for work. When I got back, Mia looked noticeably thinner and more tired. I asked Lena if Mia had been eating well, and she said, "Of course she eats too much if anything." Last week, I unexpectedly left work early and came home around 1 p.m. I expected Mia to be having lunch, but she was curled up on the couch, pale and quiet. I asked if she had eaten, and she whispered, "No. Mom says I only get dinner because I don't deserve more food if I talk back." I was stunned. I asked her to explain, and through tears, she told me Lena regularly withheld food as punishment. Sometimes, she wouldn't get breakfast or lunch for days in a row, even when she hadn't done anything wrong. I confronted Lena immediately. She rolled her eyes and said Mia was being dramatic, and that she was just teaching her discipline. Mia sobbed, begging me to believe her. I didn't know what to do, but the next morning, I checked our security cameras. What I saw made my blood boil. Lena was preparing herself huge lunches and snacks, while Mia sat at the table with nothing. Worse, she threw away the snacks I packed for Mia's school bag. That was the last straw. I kicked Lena out that same day and called my lawyer to start divorce proceedings. I also contacted CPS to report what happened and to have everything documented. When Lena realized I was serious, she blew up my phone, calling me an abusive monster for throwing her out over a brat's lies. Her parents texted me too, saying I humiliated their daughter and that kids need discipline. But here's the twist. Because of the security footage, my lawyer immediately filed for a restraining order and full custody protections. 2 days later, Lena came to get her things. I had the cops waiting. They served her the restraining order on the spot. The most satisfying part? Last week, Lena tried to fight for spousal support in court. The judge watched the footage, looked her straight in the eye, and told her she was lucky I hadn't pressed criminal charges yet. Everything was finally starting to settle. Mia began smiling again. She even asked if we could adopt a dog someday. I thought the worst was behind us. Then, just yesterday, I found out that Lena transferred all of my daughter's funds in her name. Full story on channel, link below.